Hello, lovely Farah. So lovely to have you today with our coach in the spotlight for this month.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Zelna. It was a great opportunity that I was hesitant about, but I'm so happy to
Oh,
be here.
yeah, but I'm always pushing you out of your comfort zone, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
So, Farah, when we first met, when was that? 2 years ago?
Yes, 2 years ago.
Two years ago, when we first met, I can honestly say that you are a completely different person than who I first met. You have exactly as your business name says, nurture and bloom. You have nurtured and you've bloomed into this most amazing kids life coach doing wonderful work, not just in Dubai where you're located, but globally. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yes, that would be a great start to it. Nurture and Bloom came up while I was getting certified under KLS. And I started off initially for the adult coaching, but then life took its turn, and I came across Kids Life Coach, and it was a wonderful experience. And through that, I realized that this is what was missing in my community, especially in my community and my culture. And that's where it led me to taking this online specifically because Dubai or UAE for that matter had a lot of life coaches, kids life coach, and they were doing great work here. And
Mm.
I realized that in my community, online is what this was missing. And I began my journey there, trying to impact one kid at a time. And that's how I'm trying to bloom all the kids that
There
I
you
reach
see.
out
And,
to.
and you pushed me out of my comfort zone because I'm very old school. So we've worked together for you to actually convince me how effective and impactful you've been online. And I've been so impressed. So you mentioned your culture. Do you want to share a little bit about your niche that you chose? Because I think it's such a beautiful and much needed niche in your community. Do you want to share about that?
Definitely. So I'm an Indian, but born and brought up in Dubai. So I've had a very like a multicultural environment growing up, but and I'm a Muslim. So obviously, when living in the UAE, we had the exposure to be around Muslims. Yet that element was missing, that we did not feel in place. I still felt that something is missing. Do I belong here? Do I don't belong here? Dubai is home, definitely for me. But in spite of that, we didn't fit. The block was missing. And I noticed that as the world technology was getting better and advancing, a lot of kids and with people moving out for better lives, families, shifting bases, I realized that kids felt out of place wherever they went. Even though they call that place home, something was missing because their personal environment, their inner environment where their parents were grooming them or teaching them the things was so much different from what the outside world was teaching them. The school or the friends, the circle that they had, the community, the outside community that they grew up in. So there was an imbalance, and children felt lost. Children did not know what to do, and parents came up even more disturbed. So I thought that it was what was missing was that we had great coaches out there, we have great psychologists out there, but it's not from an Islamic perspective. What
Yeah.
it was needed, that element of spirituality is there. But if a person understands and is from a similar background and the similar religion they share, it makes the transition from childhood to teenagehood and adulthood easier. That's my belief. So I guess
Absolutely. I've
that,
seen the success that you've had, and I can honestly say that that is one of the cleverest niches because not only have you taken something that is really close to your heart and harnessed it, but you're actually servicing a genuine need in your community. And many people, when they do niches, it comes from an aspect of pain and they kind of use their pain to galvanize purpose. With you, it was a spiritual perspective, which is really powerful and very unique. So you should be really proud of that. But that being said, when you came to Kids Life Studio and you did your certification training, you didn't come from a background that was extensively working with children. So, how did the training actually prepare you for this?
I did not come with any kids tra background in like of a teacher or, but
Mm.
I always felt very connected with kids.
Yeah.
Kids loved spending time with me. I love doing different activities with kids. I love doing art and craft. So I think that was my connection that led me to, into the Kids Life Coach program, the start. And then obviously your program is absolutely beneficial, absolutely a genius thing that has come up to us, that it trains us from every angle, even if we don't have that a degree or a certification from university that we of psychology. We can you train us in such a way with the information that you've given us that it makes us complete. We don't like today when I stand and I say that I've not really studied psychology, like I'm studying now, but your program gave me that, basic foundation that I needed from all aspects. Then
Yeah.
obviously the interest and the thirst to learn more got me into doing more deep digging and going towards taking my degree
Yes.
towards psychology. But yes, the program was absolutely beneficial. And your mentoring, Zelna, I must say, the ways you've pushed me out of my comfort zone.
I'm
But
very
I
good at that,
guess
aren't I?
oh,
Getting you to
definitely.
fix your muscles.
But
So,
that being said, it pushed me. Initially, it did push me into my shell more. But as I was growing and working on my inner self, because the best part about this program was it did not just bring me out as a kids life coach, it helped me look first inside of me. It helped me with my inner healing, my inner transformation, and my
that
inner
many
growth.
people don't know they need.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know,
So
what impresses me about you as well, Farah, is that I've trained students in countries around the world, okay? But you are one of the students who is so committed to lifelong learning. All of us are, but you make time to learn. So you didn't just stop at our intensive training. You've gone and you've done your continuous professional development. Now, if you were a psychologist, which you're not currently, right? If you were, you would have to do your professional development points per annum. Now, coaching is not a regulated field, but you still take accountability for your continuous professional development. You're doing lots of courses. And so, have you done anything interesting that you've added on? Because we've got the foundation, and once that foundation's there, you can build onto it. So, what have you done that's so exciting?
So once I was when after building the foundation from here, I what interested me most was the ACT therapy. So I went and I did
For people who
like
don't know, that's acceptance and commitment therapy. Yeah.
so I as a I did not do the intent. I just did a quick intensive 2-day program where it gave me all the different angles and how it works and how we can use it, which would be very beneficial for a coach to add on to what I already knew. And because my niche was more spiritual and specifically for from the Islamic perspective, I made sure that I kept myself connected with learning in detail about psychology from an Islamic perspective.
Beautiful.
So I decided not to go into the mainstream psychology, but onto the Islamic psychology, which would add to my knowledge, and I would be able to do it better with the kids.
Yes, and you have really done a good job. One of the things that you also do is you attend our mentorship sessions. So you mentioned my mentorship. You show up for the mentorship. We have group mentorship, and you've had individual mentorship with me. And it's not only a one-sided thing where I mentor you, you've also stepped in the arena and mentored our coaches, where you've shared your ideas. You're giggling, but your beautiful idea about the brain house. And And that is the spirit of our community. How does it impact on you being part of this wonderful community that we get to be part of as coaches?
That's a great community. Like I said, I was quite shy, or I was not confident, with my
Yeah,
ideas.
there's a difference, right? There is a
Yeah.
difference.
So,
Yeah.
but I felt I had both of these. I don't like using that word. We had a conversation on this earlier, but labels. So I had this in mind that I'm not confident with my ideas. But what happened is when I used this and with the mentorship that we have, and I saw how coaches, after having your foundation and the programs, how they improvised based on the situations that they were in with their coaches, I decided, why not? Let's put it to test because like you always say, there is no right way or wrong way. There's only the long way or the hard way.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go for it. And when I saw it work, I was like, wow, this is wonderful.
Magic.
And yes, and I could see that magic unfolding in front of me, in front of my eyes, and that too online, on screen. It was not even in person.
I love how
So
excited you get.
and when I saw all of that, when I shared that idea with our coaches, and I saw the excitement on their faces, and I was like, you know what, we should try more of these things. And that gave me confidence, and that gave me, I could say, in a way, power, like not in the wrong way, but that power to that there's no stopping. You can try new things, and we can succeed. We can make a difference. You don't have to stick to the rule book all the time.
Remember, power is a root word of empowered. And when you're feeling empowered with knowledge and the skills, you're obviously going to feel that feeling where you know you can actually do it. It's people who step out of their well, they have big hearts, but they step out of their lane and they try and do things they're not yet equipped for. That's where the lack of confidence comes from. You waited until you felt confident, and then you worked with children. And then because you saw the results, your confidence grew. And our results are also, I mean, we talk about magic, but it's actually not magic, it's neuroscience, right? Everything's grounded in science and research, and it's all backed up with research. So it's not really a magic wand. We just package it so that children think it's magic because play-based coaching is what we do. Have you enjoyed the play element, the play side of it?
My play is a little different, but yes, I have enjoyed the way I have modified the play for it to work online. So yeah, I do enjoy that play, and I love the fact that it lets me be be me.
Yes. And that's the thing. When you first did the training, I said to you, just all you need to do is show up as you. You don't need to be like any other coach. You don't need to, I mean, I'm quite loud in my coaching sessions and I like to dance, and you don't have to do any of that stuff. This coaching program fits around you and your clients. And the fact that you can sit here in an interview and confidently say, it fits around me, and you're comfortable with that, then I'm like, yes, well done, Farah. I'm so excited for you. So, do you have any upcoming events or news that you'd like to share? What's happening?
Yes, I am doing some taster sessions for moms, and
You do those quite frequently anyway,
yes, I
regular.
do
Yeah.
those frequently, and I do taster session for kids as well. So the reason for doing taster sessions is that
Because I
children,
told you to.
yes, you did definitely. I shouldn't miss that out. But yes, those taster sessions, I where the idea was definitely rooted from by you. The
I
purpose
was only
behind that.
joking, Farah, because I tell a lot of people and they don't listen. Once again, we're an ideal student.
Thank you. So a lot of people don't know about Kids Life Coach, and that something like this exists.
Mm.
That's the thing. And to be honest, from where I come, and even I didn't know about it. I knew that there was something called as a life coach, but I did not know specifically there was Kids Life Coach. And when I came in search for a Kids Life Coach, it was not because I wanted a career out of it to be honest. It was more of a mom looking for solutions for her child.
Mm.
And I've experienced this program as a mother, as a parent first. And when I saw that change happening in my child, that is where the turn took. And it made me want to learn about it more and take it out there to the people who don't know about it.
Mm.
So, my story, I have seen coaches coming in from backgrounds as teachers or doctors and different profession. But I entered life, the kids' life coach as a mom. I became part of this program first as a mom. And I must say, Coach Yasmin was brilliant
Yes.
with
Coach
my daughter.
Yasmin did our training as well.
Yes,
She was a coach in the spotlight a long oh, last
quite
year,
some
I
time
think, quite
back.
a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from there, and I saw the way she worked with my child, and I saw the change, literally the bloom of my child happening in front of me.
Mm.
And I was like, I need to learn about this. I need to know about this. And then that got me here to Kids Life Coach.
Yeah.
And because of that reason, I feel the need comes in for the taster sessions so that parents and children don't have to commit. They're hesitant to commit for a long time. So if they get a taste of what it is, it
And they
becomes easier
feel it.
yes, they can feel it.
Mm.
And these taster sessions are short, but they're quite impactful, and kids look forward for it. The best is when I get a message from a mom saying that my daughter is saying, why are these taster sessions not every week? So that I feel
Oh,
that's
well, they
my
can
way.
be. And that's called a
So,
coaching package.
yeah. So
And
that's where we introduced the coaching package. But yes, I feel that, you could follow me on my page, and I post about these sessions on a regular basis. So yes, that was my
yeah.
story.
That's so wonderful to know that you're offering that service because not everybody can also afford a coaching package, not just in financial terms, but sometimes in time. Time can also be short. So taster sessions are really nice because they don't give less, they just give it in short, bite-sized chunks. So if parents do enroll their children in consistent taster sessions, that's also a good thing because you don't repeat the same topic, do you? You do different topics.
I
So
do
that's,
different topics.
yeah,
So, and but sometimes I do, if I feel there is demand for it, and parents, like new parents, come in asking that, oh, I heard somebody did this particular session.
then
So
you'll
I do
you
repeat it,
so
but
people
then
can
I come it
ask
as
you.
part two. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. So they can ask you then. So people can request after watching this video, Farah, we need this. So, Farah, all of us that are part of our Kids Life Studio Global Network, we are children's change makers and we all work in our own part of the world. Like you mentioned, you have your niche and everybody has their area that they work in. But collectively, we all have a mission, and that is to reach as many children as we can, one child at a time, and to coach children to become the leaders of their own life. But what is your like mission for children? What is it that you want?
My vision is rooted in the very simple belief that every child carries within them seeds of incredible potential. And very often, as parents, we're too busy trying to focus and fix on what is wrong, you know, and we miss out on the possibilities that the child is has in them. So, and that is where this nurture and bloom comes in. So, just like a gardener would not force the flower to bloom, I don't want to force children to bloom. We can't force them. They will become who they're meant to be. And as a coach and part of your community, what I want to do, or I try to do, is to create the right conditions to nurture their growth. So
I love that.
just like my tagline says, growing big dreams with little steps. So
Oh,
that's exactly what I
Farah.
try to work on.
So if I had to give you a magic wand, let's just pretend you had the power. Remember that you said you had power and you could wave that wand and you could rebrand childhood, what would childhood look like for you?
Lots of play, lots of not chaining the kids down in a classroom in the four walls. Everything happening outside. Kids
Even
being
in the
kids.
heat of Dubai.
Oh yes, Dubai is offering outdoors with the indoor option, you know.
Oh, lovely. How does
So
that work? Not
everything
how
is
does it?
air conditioned, but the atmosphere around is like as if you're
Oh,
outdoors.
wonderful,
So
wonderful.
like we have the ski Dubai, where even in this heat we can go and ski, you know.
That
It's
sounds
ice
lovely.
with snow all around us. We can do the slopes and we can have the cable cars there. So
So rebranding childhood to you is about play, getting out, doing stuff as a family. And so if you had a message for the children that you coach, what would the message be?
be who you are.
Mhm.
Don't try to become someone else. And I want to give another message to the parents. Don't use labels. Don't
Ah,
don't label your child because it restricts them more than letting them grow.
do
And
you want
it
to give an
really,
example of a label? Because we had a wonderful discussion about this in our mentorship session, didn't we?
yes. So the discussion that we had on that was based on for ADHD and how there is the true ADHD and the pseudo ADHD that you introduced us to today. But apart from that, I would like to put a little bit focus for labels on the simple labels that we don't realize that these are actually labels, which is calling a child shy or not confident or even labels on their physical being, you know, maybe the color of their skin or maybe how they look or their size. You know, I know there is a lot of talks already on that, but as parents, because those labels don't come from a bad intent. It's because we want the best for our child. But in wanting that best, we don't realize that we might be harming our child. So don't use labels. Even if your child is shy or quiet, use notice it, be aware about it, and try to turn that into their superpower and empower them, you know.
Look,
That
that word empower again.
yes.
Superpower, empower. Power is your word for today, Farah. So, as we come to the end of this interview, I want to say thank you, Farah. It's been an absolute privilege to speak with you today. The way you just share your passion and energy is just so heartwarming to see how you have nurtured, how you've bloomed, and how you walk the walk and talk the talk. You don't just sit there and coach people's children based on the fact that you were a mum, which is a very important job, by the way, but also that you're grounded in the actual neuroscience. You put in the work to actually earn this privilege of working with other people's children, and you continue to learn, which is what I'm really grateful for. So I want to say thank you for sharing time with me today.
Thank you, Zelna, for having me. It was great talking to you.
Absolute pleasure.